Good evening, fam. Good evening, everybody. So sorry, we had some technical issues which caused some inconveniences that we've been trying to fix. So, how you guys doing now? Just me. Let's just talk for like 5 minutes before we go. We usually talk for 30 minutes. Abakri, I cannot hear you. Please better network.
Thank God it has been resolved. Hello.
Good evening, Abakri. I couldn't hear
Hello,
you. Your
good
network is
evening.
so bad. I can hear you now. How are you doing? Sorry? Okay, I can't hear Abakri, but any other person, can anybody just say hi? Don't let me be calling him. This is the last Warriors meet for Rule 4.0. Let's not start this. Francis, Abi Christiana, you're an old clan leader. You're not saying anything. Omalade, you're quiet now.
Good evening, ma. Good evening, ma. Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
Good
Good
evening, ma.
evening.
Please, my network is not that good.
Okay, oh. So,
How are you doing, ma?
this is the last Warriors meet. Can you imagine, guys?
I can imagine.
Can you imagine? Last Warriors meet for Rule 4.0. By Sunday, I'll be out. People will be graduating on Sunday. That's next tomorrow, sir. You guys know, I'm excited, but I'm sad at the same time. That kind of thing.
Have you guys set up our graduation gown?
Graduation gown.
Yes.
Your graduation gown, you pay like 5 billion because it's gold. You get 5 billion. It's only kind of the week that gets it for free. The rest you have to pay in gold because right of God, I don't receive naira. Don't do that. I only do gold bars. You get
Only clan of the week, Abby.
kind of the week go collect graduation gown. We don't forgive everybody now.
Don't worry, I will finish with the clan of the week, so I go borrow it to snap. Don't worry. No need of me paying again.
Any clan member that try that will be executed.
You want to execute your boy, Abby? Will that be possible?
Yeah. So what clan are you in, Abubakar?
The Vanguards. The Vanguards. The Vanguards.
That Vanguard, Kuma Jegba. So you guys know our speaker for today. It's our very own programs team director. I'm my girl. I'm especially excited for this particular Warriors meet session. You guys have no idea. So at 7:05, we have 6 participants. Well, 7. If you're not counting me. 2, 4, 6 participants. Okay, 7. My guys no counted, Jari. So we have 8 participants, 9 people are joining. Wow, that's what I want to count number. We have 9 participants. I think everybody should be available because this is the last Warriors meet. You get like what's really going on? What's really sharing? Okay, Let's Precious, please connect with your mic. Please, thank you. This clown over here. I want to give away. If you're a clan member, not a clan leader, or clan member, please unmute yourself and speak. Clan members.
Hello. Hi, good evening.
Good evening, Deborah Ajayi.
Not this one. Refresh the page.
Sorry.
Good evening, Miss Praise.
All right. So you're going to tell me who your clan overseer is. And they do give away. You tell me your clan overseer. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deborah Ajayi, who is your what clan are you in?
My mountain crushers.
I don't know your clan overseer. Would you like to phone a fellow mountain crusher?
Sorry, ma, I didn't hear that.
This kind of overseer one. I don't know her name. I don't know who my leader is. Are we going to meet them at
Ma, did you hear me? Hello, ma. Miss Praise. Miss Praise.
I didn't hear what you said.
Okay, I said her name is Ajayi Abisoye.
Okay, that's correct, but you're already late.
I know my phone that network was bad now.
Did you say the network was bad?
Yes, sir. That's why I said, did you hear me? Did you hear me? Yes, yes.
All right, Deborah Ajayi, you actually have it. So send me your phone number, my DMs. Okay. All right. I think we are fast because nobody's answering me. We have 14 participants right now, so I think we can begin. Today's session is Miss Ayomide Adekola, and I've already overhyped it that she's my Oga at the top, my madam. She's the program's team director. She is in charge of Rule 4.0 basically. She's gonna plan almost like most of everything. For everything, what am I saying? She assigned tax as well. So, but she's gonna plan everything. I am. Let's say I want farms out. I'm proud of her or something like that. I don't know. But like So I would like Mr. Adeolu to please play the Testament of Growth video.
Ayomide Adekola, also known as Ayokbelumi, is a strong advocate of quality education, and she helps young people access quality information/education that will help them maximize their potentials. This is the basis of our work as a project manager for educational events targeted at improving the lives of young people. She serves in various roles like event manager at TED OAU, volunteer at Junior Achievement Nigeria in Oyo State, Programs Director at White Up Global, Operations Lead at Vintage Center for Leadership and Professional Development, and Global Youth Ambassador at Their World, to mention a few. In all the organizations and projects she is engaged in, she has supported young people in their self-discovery and personal development journey through quality education. Our work has given her the opportunity to work with and impact over 1,500 secondary school students and 3,000 undergraduates since September 2019. It has also given her the platform to acquire and develop her core skills, which are leadership, project management, critical thinking and problem solving, communication, teamwork, public speaking, high attention to details and organizational skills. Join me, guys, as we welcome Ayomide Adekola.
Thank you very much, Mr. Adeolu. I really appreciate you. Without further ado, let's just call in Miss Ayomide. I hope she's here.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. I
Wow.
am here with my
God,
full
good
chest
evening, ma'am.
with good evening, everybody. So it's so amazing to be here as a speaker finally, and you have to pardon my background noises. This is gonna last for like the next 20 minutes, so very sorry. Okay, okay. So what are we talking about today? Personal branding, networking for opportunities around you and ahead of you. So I'd like to ask this question from everybody. Please, first of all, can everybody hear me, please? Hello? Am I in this meeting?
We can hear you, ma'am.
Okay. So I would like to talk. I would like to hear from two persons that are not shy. I want you to tell me what is opportunity to you. I mean, how do you define opportunity? Hello, two persons. What is your own definition of an opportunity? If you see something now, what makes you excited and say, yes, this is an opportunity for me? I want to hear it, guys. I'll assume that you're thinking about it. I will assume that you're all thinking about it, and my responses are loading. So, because until then, we're not moving forward. First of all, what is opportunity to you? How would you define an opportunity for yourself? Any responses yet? Let me check. Okay, Mustafa Abubakar, let me hear from you, please.
All right.
Good evening.
Madam.
Okay.
I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello. What is
Hello, I can hear you.
opportunity? Opportunity to me, to my own perspective, I would say opportunity is knowing yourself and building yourself. You must build yourself in a specific area before you can look for opportunities that are really people engage yourself with. So, to my own perspective, opportunity is knowing yourself and building yourself to a field.
Okay, that is amazing. All right, so for the sake of the next person that is going to tell me what their definition of opportunity is, what I am looking forward to hearing from you is an opportunity for me presently.
Somebody responded in chat box.
Okay. Let me check that right now. Comment. Okay. I can see opportunity is a chance to take advantage of a situation, and opportunity is a time or set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. Okay, thank you very much for that contribution, Timileyin. Yes, so opportunity, whatever is going to help you advance yourself, whatever is going to help you become a better version of yourself, based on the area you're currently working on part time. So there's this notion that people have about opportunity. People say, oh, opportunity is having scholarships, having maybe admission in the university, maybe opportunity to you is probably getting a million naira in your account, a million naira you do not work for, whatever it is that opportunity is for you, it has to be defined part time. So when I say opportunity for you has to be defined for time, it means that at this stage of your life, where you are currently, what is going to help you get to the next level that you are looking forward to? That is opportunity for you. So for me now, opportunity is not going to be getting admission into a Nigerian university. God forbid. It is not an opportunity for me because it's not going to take me to the next level that I'm looking forward to because I'm already in Nigerian university. I'm looking forward to living. So, opportunity for some people at different stages of their life can be a job. For me, opportunity is most likely a job, but then you also have to be, paying much more than I'm currently earning. That is what is going to be like an opportunity for me. While some people will be like, okay, I just need an entry level job, something flexible. I don't want to stress myself too much. That is opportunity for you. So at every stage of your life, at every point in time, there is need for you to evaluate your life, evaluate your goals, evaluate the things that are relevant to you, and then look out for external things because opportunities basically are external. There's nothing, you most likely do not even have major control on those things, on when they come. You have control on how you prepare for them. So now, when you are now saying, okay, opportunity for me is getting a job, opportunity for me is getting a scholarship. When you are networking, it now means that the people you are going to be connecting with at that time are not going to be people that will not give you information as regards that. Do you understand? So let's say, for example, for me now, opportunity for me now is to travel abroad. It means that I must know at least two persons that are already schooling abroad, or at least two persons that are doing, people that process, admission and scholarships for people who go study abroad. Like that is just, I'm saying at least two. So it means I could have up to like 10, I could have up to like, 20, but at least I must have two persons who are going to help me or who I could possibly reach out to help me for that. So when I was looking for a job, there is this guy that normally on his WhatsApp status he would post job opportunities in Ibadan, blah 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 like that. So that was that time, at that period I was looking for a job. I basically was always going to check his status. His status became very important for me to check because I knew that yes, I need a job and this guy talks about jobs. Simple. So if an opportunity for me is probably getting into a catering class or catering school, for example, I'm not going to be following somebody who is learning fashion designing or somebody who has access to a fashion design school. It just does not work that way. I could have them, but at that stage of my life, what I'm looking forward to, my opportunity, and what is opportunity to me is what will define my network. Okay, now let's talk about personal branding. Personal branding, personal branding, personal branding. Okay, I want to ask you, what is most important? Having a lot of LinkedIn followers or having a lot of um, content on LinkedIn that shows your work? I want to hear what is most important to you. Eh?
I feel like it's the followers because if you have low followers and you have a lot of content, does it really mean that you have? Does not really mean you have a connect. So I don't know. I don't know about LinkedIn, but other social media platforms, it's the followers that matter.
You need to have
Nobody really cares
a
about your
lot of
content
followers.
if you don't have good followers. If you don't have a lot of followers, it's cheap.
Okay. All right. Do I have any other perspective or we are all agreeing? I'm going to assume that we all agree that followers are very important. If you don't have any counter, opinion. Followers, everybody's followers. Okay, your content will attract followers. Okay. Any other person, please? Followers or content? Which one is the most important? Hello, I need more responses, please. I'm just getting 2 responses, and that is not content. Okay. Who else again? Followers or content? Followers or content? Okay, I'm still expecting all that. Is it that we just have 3 people on this call? Is it that we just have 3 persons on this call? That is super amazing if we just have 3 people on this call. Content, followers may not be able to help. Okay. All right. So, okay, followers or content. Now, the truth is, if you have 1 million followers on LinkedIn and you don't have relevant content, I can tell you there's no point. Because for me, if I go to your LinkedIn page and I see that you have 1,000 followers and I do not see relevant content on your page, I would assume that you bought these followers. Or maybe it's just one lie that you're lying to them that is making them follow you. So I'll start questioning, why are these people following you in the first place? Because the reason you follow people on LinkedIn basically is to get to see their content, is to get to know what they are talking about because you find it relevant to yourself. So let's say, for example, now you apply for a job or an opportunity somewhere, and then they go look for you online. Okay, so now let's even do that. Let's even do that practical right now, like right here and right now. Go on Google. So somebody should write their full names. I need everybody type your full names. Type your full name. Type your full name now in the chat. My full name is Ayomide Adekola. Type your full name. Okay, who else? Okay, we have Olorun Mota. Okay. All right. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. So pick a name, the name of anybody, not your own name, and go on Google or whatever search engine you are using and search for that person. Just go on Google or whatever search engine you are using. Open your browser now, and you just don't look for your own name. Peter Adeleke, don't search for Peter Adeleke. Search for another person, and let me know what you're seeing. You can just raise up your hand when you can just unmute yourself, and then let's hear what you're seeing at that place. So I'm not expecting. Okay, I'm expecting people to go on. Yeah, good evening. Who did you search for?
Praise Ajay. I searched for Idris Idowu Gloria.
Okay, what did you see?
They said it looks like there aren't great matches for your search.
Okay. The first thing you brought up is what?
Proudly Yoruba. If you are conversant with Yoruba movies, Facebook.
Okay, Yoruba movies. Okay. What's the second thing you brought up?
More content. Facebook. Ali Idris. Profile picture. Ali Idris.
Okay. What? So she's Idris Gloria is not. three links, right? The first three
Sorry?
suggestions is not Idris Idowu Gloria is not on the first three suggestions, right?
No, it does not bring up any section in for Idowu Gloria. For
Oh, like
it just talks about other people that they have their surname as Idris or have Gloria in their names. Like
oh wow.
in the
So that
Selva.
means okay. That's great. Okay, somebody else. Before we start diagnosis, let me just hear everyone. Let me hear who else again wants to unmute themselves. Let me know what you're seeing on who you searched for and what you're seeing. Okay, Peter Adeleke, who did you search for? What are you seeing?
All right. I searched for Kelechi Precious Toluwani.
Okay. What did you see in the first three?
But yeah, I can see the LinkedIn profile for one Oyewole Toluwani.
Okay.
And
is that all? I mean,
I can see another LinkedIn for Kelechi Ezenwa.
Okay. Next.
And another, I think, an Instagram link for one Toluwani that makes hair and beauty content.
Okay, so basically she's not in the top three, right?
Yes, with what I can see here.
Okay. All right, thank you very much for that. Who else again search for somebody? Please, I just need like two more persons and then I talk about it. So,
okay, good evening.
Okay, good evening, Francisca. Who did you search for?
Yeah, I searched for Peter Adeleke.
Okay, what did you get? Sorry, I can't hear you clearly. The line is breaking.
It said brought out LinkedIn profiles.
He brought out what?
Profiles.
I didn't get that, sorry.
Like the first set, I brought out 20 people's names.
Okay.
Yeah, and the second one is with a business.
What business is that?
Sorry, is data of food and agro allied venture. Still on LinkedIn also.
Okay. What's the third suggestion?
LinkedIn profile.
Did you see Abisoye Ajayi's LinkedIn profile at home?
I don't.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, but
Okay, Francisca. Your network is seriously breaking, and I feel like I got some of the things you said. Thank you very much. Okay, I think Idris Idowu Gloria raised her hand the other time. So what did you see?
Good evening, ma.
Good evening.
I searched for Edobo Francisca, and my Google brought out LinkedIn profile, Instagram, Facebook, and all. So
as number one.
No, as a LinkedIn profile as number one, then
as number
Facebook,
one, okay.
Then Instagram as the last. So the first one, it was actually two LinkedIn profile. One was I think about White Top Global, like that was very it was the key stuff there as the number one. So then it went to our personal profiles. So
okay, that is interesting. Okay, thank you so much, Idris, Idowu Gloria. Thank you so much for that result. So, guys, what I want you guys to do is, if you search for anybody, just let me know in the chat. Did they appear in the first three? The name of the person, and if they appeared on the first three. The first three suggestions you get from LinkedIn. Okay, so I'm sorry, you get from Google. So let's search for, this is like search for Ayomide Adekola. Let's even test that right now. Search for Ayomide Adekola, search for Ekundayo Oluwadamilare. Yeah, fast. So the first person to search for that, you can unmute yourself and let me know. First three, did I appear on first three? Hello, who is searching for that? And who is getting results?
I've searched for you, sir. Njuma.
Okay, first three or not?
Hello?
Hello, yes.
Okay,
Yeah, what is the
you are
result?
the first on the list. Social entrepreneur, Ife.
Okay. Any other thing? Is that all? No LinkedIn profile, nothing else?
And a Facebook profile, LinkedIn profile. Okay, I saw one University of North Georgia, LinkedIn, Ayomide Adekola. I saw Volunteer Spotlight, Ayomide Adekola, and Instagram. Okay, Ayomide Adekola at Ayopelumi, Twitter.
Yes, that's me. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, Peter Adeleke. Thank you. So basically, what are we trying to do? We are looking for you. We want to see if you have a digital footprint. It's as simple as that. So if you do not have a digital footprint in 2022, means that you have not started your journey. Even if you say, oh, I'm a tech person or I'm interested in technology, you are not maximizing the beauty of technology. You are not maximizing the beauty of the internet, because right now, you can see it here. I mean, you searched for Francisca, you saw that, oh, she came out first three. You searched for other people, they didn't come out in first three. You searched for, some people probably they dominated the whole page. That is it, right? That is it. So now the question is, okay, how do I move from somebody who literally cannot be found on Google or whatsoever search engine is used, to somebody that can be found on the internet? Simple. Be on the internet, and LinkedIn makes this easier for you. So some of us, okay, I think when we came in for this program, you realized that, oh, we said set up a LinkedIn page if you don't have a LinkedIn page and connect with yourselves on LinkedIn. And some people were like, oh, I don't have a LinkedIn page. Create one, sis. Nobody is saying that you have already. We did not even assume. We assumed that half of you will not have, and we wanted all of you to have a LinkedIn page. So, I mean, having a LinkedIn profile just gives you an edge. It helps you, to have at least a little bit of digital footprint, a little bit based on how you are using it. So now the next thing after setting up a LinkedIn profile is for you to now have, your content. So this class is basically not on LinkedIn optimization, but I just want you to see the reason why you need to brand yourself personally on the internet. I mean, digitally, physically. What else again? What other aspect of life again do we have? Career-wise, whatsoever aspect of your life, that you can point out to. Spiritually, too, yes. So now the digital aspect of personal branding. Digital aspect of personal branding is you making sure that you say that this is who I am and you are who you are in real life. So I don't want to search for Peter Adeleke and he's telling me something about him being an entrepreneur. He has like 6 different businesses that is running across Nigeria, and those 6 businesses have like footprints in like 23 states in Nigeria. I don't want to see that on the internet, and then I see Peter Adeleke in person, and I'm asking him a question, and he's looking at me like, sorry, I mean, I don't get what you're trying to say. That means it's conflicting, right? So that is why if you are talking about personal branding, you cannot just talk about the digital aspect. You cannot just talk about the physical aspect. You have to bring everything together merge all these aspects of your life together and ensure that they are all, please unmute yourself. Please mute yourself if you're not Ayomide Adekola. Thank you very much. Please mute yourself if you're not Ayomide Adekola on this call. Thank you. Peter, you can mute yourself. Thank you. All right. So as I was saying, there needs to be an element of trustworthiness in your personal brand. There needs to be an element of excellence in your personal brand. You don't want to be the mediocre, person. You don't want to be the one that is just talking about maybe you're just on LinkedIn, you're posting memes on LinkedIn. Is that even possible? Does anybody do that? I mean, I'm not saying though, but I've seen people who would post about their new house. Makes sense. New cars. Okay. I don't know. But well, now when you're talking about setting up a digital footprint, having a place on the internet, having been searchable on the internet, you need to start from the place of purpose. Why do I want to do this? I can tell you why I have a LinkedIn profile. What I'm using my LinkedIn profile to do is basically like a career journal. So I just disappear for like how many weeks or maybe how many days, depending on the level of intensity of what I'm doing. And then I come back and I report on you on LinkedIn what I've been doing with my life in the past 2 or 3 days or 2 or 3 weeks, or probably share an insight that I just learned. And I disappear again. The next thing I'm doing after that time is maybe to engage post and then maybe share post if the post is very, very, relatable, share them or comment on post, like them, and then I disappear again. But before you see me post, I must have one report that I want to give. Why? Because LinkedIn for me is a career journal for me. LinkedIn for me is a place where I can talk about what I'm experiencing in my career development journey. There's what I can talk about, okay, how people have been able to influence my journey so far, and how organizations that I work with have been able to influence my journey so far. So you need to start from the place of purpose. And the reason for this is it helps you to stay true. One, two, it also gives you a reason to continue. So let's say, for example, you don't have a purpose, you just set up a LinkedIn page and then it's easy for you to leave it there and let it be there. And now, if you're not setting up a LinkedIn page, for example, like myself, and the purpose of setting up a LinkedIn page is for it to be like a career journal. In fact, LinkedIn is like the best place if you want a career journal. It's that place where recruiters in the next how many years are going to search for you and they're going to see you. Now, whatever it is that you set up your LinkedIn page for, probably you want to use it to connect. Some people use it majorly to just put in their certifications, whatever it is that they are learning, and then they connect with people so that it's easy for them. I have someone who is already is. I want to believe I'm still on this call. Anybody can hear me? Hello.
I can hear you.
All right. Thank you so much for that. All right. So as I was saying, when you have a definition, a purpose of why you're doing something, it just helps you to continue doing that thing. So for when you're trying to like set up, probably you already have a LinkedIn page, or you already have a Facebook page or Instagram page. You now need to give yourself at least 2 or 3 reasons why you are on that page. So my number one reason is to use LinkedIn for my career journal, my career development journey journal. And that's where I post, reports on what I've been doing in the past 2 weeks, what I've been doing in the past 3 months, new opportunities that I just accessed and all that. Then number two is to connect with people who are in the space, or people who I feel like, okay, they are doing things that are relevant to what I'm doing. And then do I have a third reason? I think the third reason is basically to just do amebo into other people's career life, basically. Like that's just like my third reason. So you don't necessarily have to have 3 reasons, right? 2 to 3 reasons, because LinkedIn is a place for you to connect and to share. So you don't just want to do the sharing part. You also need to connect with other people. that is what is even going to help you to have more visibility on LinkedIn. If you're just the one that will just post and then disappear till the next time you come to post, having visibility on LinkedIn is going to be, the chances are very low for you compared to people that engage other people's posts, compared to people that tag other people. So you might be asking yourself that, okay, Iwa, you're talking about having a LinkedIn page, you're talking about having a digital footprint. Similarly, please meet yourself. Thank you. You're talking about having a digital footprint, being accessible online and all that. Similarly, please meet yourself. Similarly, please meet yourself. I think I can mute you from this end. Okay, you've already muted yourself. Thank you. All right. So as I was saying, you may not ask me that, okay, what exactly is, I have 3 reasons. I'm on LinkedIn already. What exactly am I supposed to be posting? Good. Now, the reason why you are on LinkedIn or whatsoever, social media, if I be on LinkedIn, let's even talk about LinkedIn today. Because like you searched the other time, especially those that search for Francisca, you realize that LinkedIn is what you saw. In fact, for me, you would see Google, because I set up a Google whatever it is. I can't remember the English right now. I set something up on Google that if you're using Google, it's easy for you to see me on Google, except you're using other search engines. So when you have a LinkedIn page, it just gives you that edge. So you have your reasons. You have 2 to 3 reasons why you're on LinkedIn, what you want to do, what you want to be sharing, and people you want to be connecting with. And don't just connect. Don't just say, oh, I'm in agriculture, I just want to connect with agriculturists. No. Crying out loud, agriculture is bigger than agriculture. Yes, in agriculture, we have the finance aspect, we have the leadership aspect, we have the project management aspect, we have distribution, logistics, blah, 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 blah. So you need to connect with all those people that are in that space, right? So for me now, if you search for my the kind of people that I connect with, either they are thought leaders in maybe leadership, people that are in the development space, people that are psychologists, talk about business development experts, and then a few project managers. There are some project managers, and then what else again? Maybe 1 or 2 product managers and all that stuff. Then data analysts too. I think those are like the major people that I usually see. Yeah, software developers and all that, because I'm actually interested in tech, right? So when you know the kind of people you are connecting with, you know the kind of content you're sharing. Now, let's now come to how do I get content to share? Simple. Focus on the other aspect of your life, which is your career or your personal development journey. So you as a person, you have your goal. You set your goal already. In the next 3 months, I want to be able to finish this course. In the next 3 months, I want to be able to get internship in this organization. In the next 3 months, I want to be able to, finish this book. Whatever it is that you're doing. Now, having things that you're doing part time, whether you're volunteering, whether you're working, whether you are taking a course, studying, whatsoever it is that you're doing, then you can now share what you're learning in that process. You can now share, if you're a writer, for example, I don't expect that your LinkedIn page should be dormant, because what exactly are you writing if your LinkedIn page is dormant and you call yourself a content writer? If you're a social media manager, then why should your LinkedIn page be dormant? It shouldn't, right? So you could teach people maybe some aspect of your work, or you could teach people, there are some people that what they're doing on LinkedIn is basically to teach. Personally, I rarely teach on LinkedIn. I just share, and then maybe it's 1 or 2 lessons that I learned in the course of the gap, that I spent offline. So what am I saying in essence? Focus on your life, because if you don't focus on your life, you would there's this tendency that you would start living a lie online. If your physical life, you're not focusing on your life physically or intellectually, career-wise and all that, then there's a tendency that you would start looking for, and you're just focusing on, oh, I want my LinkedIn, I want to have much followers, I want to have a lot of followers. That is your goal, right? A wonderful goal. But if the content on your LinkedIn page is not depicting who you really are or who you really want people to see you as, then it is irrelevant. What you're doing is not relevant. So what am I trying to say? We have some people on LinkedIn that what they just do is come, a dog was pursuing a lion turned back, follow me for more inspiring content. And I look at their content, I'm like, oh, wow, very interesting. Unfollow immediately, because I don't know. How come there are even connections in the first place? Because I don't know what is inspiring about that cock and bull story. That is because you're not focusing on your life. That is because you're focusing more on the followers. So when you have a life that is like you're working on, then it's easier for you to now share about that life, share about what you're learning, share about what you know with your online audience. It also boils down to your physical. Hey, I think it was in 2021 that I understood the concept of matching your no, it was late 2020 that I understood the concept of matching your online presence with your physical look. Guys, let me not lie to you. I mean, in all sincerity, how you look matters a lot, especially if you are somebody that is actively working on your life. You're not the person that has been sleeping at home, sleeping, waking up and doing nothing else, not reading any book, not doing anything with your life, not discovering purpose since the whole year. I mean, for this 2022, then I don't really know. I don't think you're one of the people that I'm talking to, really. What am I trying to say? If people that that are following you online, people that like you online, see you in person, even if you are wearing slippers, be fine, please. I mean, I think it was last year that even if I want to just go to I just want to step out and I'm looking all like, please, I cannot come and die. I just wear one thing. I'm like, hey, if somebody sees you and then look at them like, hey, are you following me? What will be your reaction? So I just like, okay, fine. Even though I want to wear slippers, I should still look like a human being, not like somebody that does not have father or mother. Not like somebody, I know people that have father or mother, they look fine. But I'm talking about entire you are dirty, your legs are dirty, your hair is not combed. I don't know. And you have spittle running at the side of your cheek. Maybe you just woke up and you're going out. No, please. No. Let your physical look match that online presence. I'm not saying you should go buy expensive clothes. In fact, I don't wear expensive clothes. Like, I have a few, but I'm saying expensive, don't kill yourself. Even if it is, see, my theory is look good, right? So look good and look good on a budget. What clothes do you have majorly? I mean, for me now, I love t-shirts a lot. Like the other day, I went to Ah, I love t-shirts a lot because it's just easier for me to wear and wash and put my thing on again. I don't have to stress myself with having to, do a lot of pressing and all that stuff. Even if I press, it's not the one that I would press. Sometimes you will iron some clothes and you are annoyed at yourself for ironing that clothes, right? So I just love the convenience of t-shirts. I'm not saying I'm going to be wearing t-shirt all my life. I mean, I'm going to get to a stage where it's something else, right? So wear something nice. If you're wearing colors, brothers, sorry, guys, ladies, don't wear pink, purple, blue together. What? That is your personal. You're not. The essence of this is not just about you looking good. It's also about having you not faking it, right? You're not faking it. You're not looking shabby in the name of I'm just me. I'm just me. I'm just myself. And then I cannot come and be faking it. No, we're not saying you should fake it. We're not saying you should go to the boutique today and then start owing, money because you want to look good. No, based on what you currently have, how can you combine this with this? You have two black skirts, whatever. Hey, so it means that you have two black trousers or two black jeans or you have jean or whatever it is that you have. You shall have a neutral color that goes with a lot of things. Fine. That is what you pick and combine with all the other colorful colors you have. You don't pick green and then you decided to wear a green a green trouser and then you wear a pink shirt and then you now put one filler that is a cap that or maybe your shoe is brown and then your cap is why are you even wearing cap instead? Anyways, that's not the story for today. What am I saying? Look good, smell good, personal brand. You don't want if you don't want me to come close to you and the first perception I have about you is this guy smells, then don't smell bad. That is just it. If you don't want that is personal brand though. If you don't personal brand is basically putting yourself out there the way you want people to see you. Putting yourself out there the way you want people to perceive you. I'm not saying, see, everybody's not going to have the exact perception you want them to have. And everybody is, everybody's entitled to their opinion of you. But I'm saying that the image you don't want to depict, don't show it. That's just the truth. You don't want to depict yourself as someone who is unkempt. So don't go out without combing your hair. Maybe because I'm on low cut. So if you're a lady, you have long hair, grace. I mean, celebrate grace in your life because you're doing well. If you have long hair, maintain that hair. Don't allow us to be seen, you know, it in all the different angles. If you are using wig, brush your wigs. Brush those wigs. I don't know. Use moisturizer, whatever it is that you people use. Me, I'm on low cut. My head like this. So I just put my hair, put a few things and then I'm out. Simple lifestyle. No stress. Look good. That's the English. If you are in this state where you need to, you don't have, maybe you don't have money or you're tired of making your hair at that period, you don't want to make your hair at that period, then okay, then you don't want to carry that hair that is now looking like, if there was a time I was keeping long natural hair, you comb the hair well, at least comb it well, pack it well, and then you're going outside, you're looking pink, that is basically. So what am I trying to say? As a leader, every one of us, we are leaders in our own right. As a leader, as somebody who is pursuing purpose, as someone who is passionate about growth, as someone who is you know, aiming for excellence, as someone who is doing your best, making all the sacrifices to be here, making all the sacrifices to show up, going to doing things that people around you don't even see as relevant. You want to pay attention to how you look physically. You want to pay attention to what you're feeding yourself with, the content you're consuming in terms of, growing your competence, developing your competences. And then you also want to what's it called now, your digital footprint. You want to have a place online. We have billions of people online. You want to have a spot online. You want to be Googleable. Let me use that word. You want to be Googleable. So that is it. So I want to end this session with a recent, something that recently happened to me. So I think I told you guys that there was a point in time when having a job was an opportunity for me, and I was following somebody. He posted a job opening. I texted him. He did not respond. I texted him again, and then he responded. He sent a message. So he told me that he was going to share my contact with the recruiter. And then I said, okay, no problem. And then the recruiter, the person just sent me a message. Hi, how are you doing? I said, I'm fine. He said, are you available for a call? I said, not. Are you available for a call by this time? I said, okay, there's no problem. And then, all of a sudden, the person called me and the person was saying, you work at White Top Global. I said, yes. You're a content writer. I said, yes. You used to be a social media manager. I said, yes. And the person was just reading out my life history. You volunteer here. I said, yes. How? The person just needed my name. And he went on LinkedIn and searched. And that was how I got the job. I mean, we were just joking. In fact, it was after, how do you give somebody a job and tell the person your opening salary, okay, this is what we're starting with and all that. And then at the end of the day, that's when you're not saying, please send your CV to me. You signed up the job, you've given somebody the job already, you're not asking for my CV again. Because there is a CV that is available online. So assuming the person went, and this person is someone that trusts me with his LinkedIn account. So because he sees my own LinkedIn account as something that is relevant, as something that depicts who I really am. So you want to really, really focus on that aspect. You want to be consistent. You don't have to see. I tell people, those that ask me questions about LinkedIn and all that, I tell them you don't have to post every day. You don't have to post every 2 days. Even if it is once a week or once or twice a week, that's what you can do. Do it. And then for me now, I started with 2 to 3 times a week. And then it got to a point I started doing once a week. And then at the point I was doing anytime I like. Anytime I have news to share, I will share. If I don't have news to share, I will not share. That's not because I don't want people to follow me. That's not because I don't want to share things with people. But the purpose for what I'm doing is to put something out there, is to make people see, oh, I've gotten this opportunity. And I don't post all the opportunities I get until I'm done with them most of the time. Sorry. That is just my own personal principle. If I get admission into, if I get maybe somebody say, congratulations, you have been admitted into it. It is until I start school, it is until I start that program or I finish it. That's when you will know on LinkedIn that I've done it. Maybe WhatsApp people will know and all that stuff. What am I trying to say? Sit down, do your assignment. Who do I want people to perceive me as? Physically, online, you. And then how can I make people, what can I do online? What can I do physically? What can I do in terms of my personal development journey to ensure that this perception is what people get and not the other way around and not the opposite of what you are intending? How do I do it? And then when you get it, run with it. If you need someone to help you, ask for help. Just ensure that you have a definition of opportunity for you per time and let it guide you. Let that definition of opportunity guide your choices, especially when it comes to networking. Yes, networking. And at the same time, you don't cut off every other person that wants to network with you because there is no linear thing. Just because you're a project manager does not mean you should follow only project managers. You need content, you need communications people, you need people HR, you need everybody in your life. But then you should be able to define who are the everybody that you need in your life, basically. So that's all I have to share. That's not all, but based on the constraint of time, this is where I'm going to call it a close. Thank you. God bless you. I look forward to hearing your questions. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Miss Ayomide. That was a really impactful session. I can't even cap. I was telling you guys that my Oga Savi, people to complain. She's Savi. I cannot overemphasize that you should smell nice. Please. Stop smelling like dead flesh or like a mug. Even mug smells better than some people. Please, if you want to be like, oh, I can't afford spray, I can't afford perfume, it's so expensive. You go outside now, go outside, be smelling like a kidney, smelling like a left abandoned butter in the mushi. Please, I have a perfume plug that sells cheap stuff. Like you don't even need to break your leg and you smell nice. Okay, if you feel like, okay, I can't use spray, I can't use perfume, use a nice scenting soap. Not they use the B29 soap because they form. For who now? Please. I'm not always so particular about dressing, but I feel like if you want to like introduce yourself or you want to present yourself, you should have a nice, you should dress. So if people that know you, I know that okay, some people know that I dress like tech bro. I wear shorts, I wear big baggy tops, and Crocs, and I do my hair. Sometimes I do my hair, sometimes I tie scarf, I wear caps. Well, if I know you feel like going for an interview, going for something important, that okay, I can see helper dress well. Please. Thank you very much, ma. So I think I'm done talking. Can we ask questions, please? If anybody has questions, please let's go quickly, so we can jump off. There are no questions. Nobody have question. Okay, let me put out a question. Please, 5 people on me. In fact, I will even call names. Unmute yourself. Tell me the name of your perfume. Maybe they drag people now. Maybe since we are not get question now.
Hello, there is a question. There is a question.
I not see you.
There is
You
a
did you not raise your
question.
hand? Raise your hand, then I'll answer you. If you have a question, please raise your hand. If not, please let's begin to drag ourselves. Which roll-on, spray, perfume oil do you use? Which soap do you use? Which scented? Do you have scented candles? Okay, similarly, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so I want to ask, like, is there a particular way to, like searching for our names on Google? Because when I checked for Mr. Ifundayona, he dominated the page. So I want to ask, is there a way to make that happen? Or how do we make our names appear on the search tag? Is there a particular way to make that? Or is just due to social media engagement and all.
Okay. Is that all? Is that all question? Or you have more? Hello, do you have other questions, or that's the only question you have? Okay, I will assume you have that is all the questions that you have. Can everybody hear me, please? Hello?
I can hear
Can
you, ma'am.
everybody hear me? All right, so great question. Yes, how do I
I can hear you, ma'am.
become, yeah, thank you very much for that. Okay, so how can you use this? How can we make that same search and then you are found? Great question. So, like I said earlier, you need to have a place, a space online. So, whatever it is that works for you, some people it might be a blog, but sometimes blogs only work for people who are seasoned content creators or digital, what's it called, product providers, right? But the best, the best platform I would suggest would be LinkedIn. And when I say LinkedIn, I mean you're using LinkedIn not you're using LinkedIn to connect with people, and you're also using it to share relevant content that relates to your line of work, that relates to your experience, that relates to work basically, that relates to, you could even share, a little bit of personal, but you don't want to be too personal on social media because people are going to drag you. So maybe you are, for example, now we have some people who are YouTube content creators, right? If you search for those people and that is where, if they are dominating YouTube, you are going to see them if that is the name they registered for on YouTube. For example, you search for TEDx, you're going to see, if you search for TEDx, you're going to see you're going to see a lot of YouTube content, you're going to see their websites, you're going to see, that. So that is an organization that is showing, that has, a digital footprint, and the platform they are using is their own website, YouTube, and a whole lot, right? But for you as a person, just you want to leverage on social media, basically. You want to leverage on social media. You want to leverage on sharing content. And then there's something, yes, I wanted to mention it before, that when you're sharing content on LinkedIn, please learn the basics of writing. Basics of writing, what am I trying to say? Punctuations, very, very, very important. The use of punctuation, spacing of your paragraphs. There was a particular day I saw a post, and then the paragraphs were just, everything was just squeezed together. And I don't know, maybe I've become so lazy that if I see something like that, I just scroll through, I don't look at it at all. So you want to ensure that you're doing, let's say you've talked about a point, space, like see the space very well before you move to the next paragraph and all that and all that. You might want to even write your content in a different, maybe in your OneNote app or whatever note app you're using, and edit it there, read it again and edit it before posting it. But ensure that whatever it is that you're posting is relevant. Is relevant about your career, is relevant about what you're learning currently, whatever it is that you're learning currently. And you also want to ensure that you're keeping depending on what purpose you are using it for. Like I said earlier, some people use LinkedIn. They already have. They are not looking for jobs. They are not looking for recruiters to look for them. What they use their LinkedIn for is basically to share content. It's basically to share ideas, to share inspiration with people. While some of us, even if we're sharing inspiration, we still tell you that, guys, I'm working. Oh, guys, I'm gathering experience in this thing. Oh, guys, I attended this event. Oh, guys, I got admitted into this fellowship. Oh, guys, I got this scholarship to do this course. Oh, guys, I just completed this course, basically. And then probably you want to share two or three things you learned from that course, or two or three things that that helped you to get that opportunity, right? So you want to share relevant content, and you also want to ensure that you are engaging other people's posts. That is what gives you more visibility on LinkedIn. Not just posting, you're also engaging other people's posts. You like their posts, you comment on their posts. Now, also remember that, also put this in mind that whatever you like or comment on LinkedIn, LinkedIn is amiable. It will reflect on your personal profile. So if you know that that post is not something you want to be attached to, don't react to it, don't touch it, just scroll through. If possible, unfollow that person. If all the content that person posts is not relevant to you, right? So what am I trying to say? You want to engage other people's posts. You want to share. If the post is very, very, very relatable, you want to share it. If the post is something you love, you want to react to it and comment on it. And then your own post, you're trying as much as possible. If it is once a week, you want to stay consistent with it. It's not the one you do 3 weeks consistent and then 1 month you disappeared and all that stuff. So even if you disappear, you also want to come back again. And then once in a while, I think this is an advice I got from someone, that every once in a while you want to reintroduce yourself, especially when you just maybe your profile has changed. For example, the way I will introduce myself in January is not the same way I'll introduce myself today, right? In fact, the profile I shared with you guys is like almost getting outdated. By September, by the grace of God, I need to have a new, profile that shows other knowledge that I've gathered, other experiences that I've gathered together. So you want to reintroduce yourself periodically, maybe once in 3 months, every quarter, or once in a year or twice in a year, just to reintroduce yourself. Follow people that are relevant in your field and related fields. Connect to people basically, and live a good life. Focus on your own career also at the same time. Hope that answers your question. Hello, I hope that answers your question.
Since the person is not responding, I'll take that as a yes.
Okay.
Ogadami has a question.
Okay, I want to hear your question.
Yeah, good evening, ma. Well done, ma. Thank you very much for your amazing discussion and experiential analysis. It was a comparison with knowledge. Ma, I want to ask you about this notion that once opportunity is missing, it can never be restored. What is your take about that notion, ma?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that question. So I believe in times and seasons. I also believe in preparation. So an opportunity you are not prepared for would most likely, go missing. Now depends on what, like I said earlier, you need to define what opportunities are for you. So opportunities, there are a lot of opportunities out there. Even if, let's say your what you're targeting is you want to apply for a fellowship, for example. There are some fellowships that are age what's it called now? There's a particular age that you cannot get in, or there's a particular age that there are age limits. Yes, that's the word. We have so for example, we have Mandela Washington. I think Mandela Washington is 24 or 25 years. And then if you have very, 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 very good, you could get in earlier than that. And then there are some competitions or fellowships also that would say that the age limit is 22 or the age limit is 24. So in that kind of scenario, we would say that if you're not able to apply, yeah, I think there's this particular fellowship that you need to, there's this program that you need to be less than 24. So if you could not apply to that, that program, if that program is an opportunity for you, if you are not able to get the relevant, what's it called, requirements, if you're not able to prepare ahead for it, then once it's gone because you cannot be less than 24 again. As when you celebrate 24 your 24th birthday, and then that's all, like that's gone, right? That's gone. So in that kind of a case, in opportunities that are time bound, opportunities that are not repeated, depending on what opportunities are for you, opportunities that are not like, for example, we have some things that we say. In fact, most opportunities I'm seeing out there, depending on what you define as opportunities, have age restrictions. They have qualification restrictions. So if you are not preparing ahead, so you need to define right now what is opportunity for me. If Mandela Washington Fellowship, for example, is an opportunity for you, from now, it is not until you get to 24 or 25 that you want to start seeing what are the requirements for joining. You want to see it now when you are 20, when you are 21, 22, 23, so that in the next 2 years, in the next 3 years, you are preparing ahead. So everything you're doing, okay, they need you to be certified, to have certifications, to have certain certifications. They need you to have worked in a field for a particular, having a particular level of experience in a particular field that you're working in. You want to gather that so that by the time you are applying, you are not just even applying, you're asking from people that have already applied that, oh guys, what do you think about Mandela Washington Fellowship? What advice would you give to me and all that? And you're gathering all this together. So by the time you are applying, you're not supposed to. I mean, by the time you apply, we have people that they got in the first time, we have people that they got in the second time, even people that they got in the third time. So you first of all start from what are the things that would be opportunities for me, and then at what point am I qualified for them? So there are some opportunities that once you lose that opportunity, it's gone. Once you lose the opportunity, it's gone. While there are some that it's redeemable in the sense that you could, go for something else. You could go for another alternative. But you want to ensure that once your definition of opportunity is clear, you want to look for those opportunities ahead and prepare for them. That's my point. I hope that answers your question.
Thank you. Oh,
Damla, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. I got your message.
Thank you very
all
much.
right. Thank
Okay.
you very
Any,
much.
any
Are there
other
any other
questions?
questions? I'm going to count down 10 seconds.
Okay, if
If
there are no
I don't get
questions,
any
I want
question,
to
I'll
ask.
be
I have a question to ask.
Can I ask more question?
Okay.
All right. I think I have a bit of experience when it comes to personal branding.
Okay.
What can you educate younger folks about when it comes to the aspect of communicating who they are? It's one thing to know yourself, it's another thing to know how you communicate about yourself. It's one thing to know how to communicate about yourself, it's another thing to know how to present yourself. How can one channel the energy to be able to balance the three notions of communication, presentation, and self-packaging?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so recently, I think that was like 2 weeks ago or so, I stumbled upon pitch event competitions where you get to pitch your idea or your product or whatever it is you're doing, your company, and then to investors. I'm not talking about investors that they just want. I mean, I'm not talking about people that will just judge you, but they are investors. They will give you money, like give you the money. Now, and what I got from there is most of these people, especially for the Nigerian version, is that they just entered into that competition without preparing, no preparation. So as of now, you want to search for what is an elevator pitch. How, what are the components of an elevator pitch? So, for example, you meet someone and they say, "Oh, okay, can we meet you?" You want to say, "Oh, my name is Ayomide Adekola, and for the past 3 years, I've been involved in youth development. And over time, I've been able to work with different organizations like White Up Global and this thing. What we do at White Up Global is basically to help young people access opportunities to learn and to grow and to develop themselves, especially in the area of personal development. But basically, standing as the provider of information, of relevant information that young people need for them to scale for global relevance, basically. That's done, like, no long story, no long talk. So maybe I now mention, oh, I work with TEDx OAU. I don't even need to mention all the organizations I work with. I basically need to mention the highlights that shows the one I want that person to know about. Now, let's say, for example, you are in an event that has to do with, you are talking to somebody that is in the development. Oh, let me know his development. You're talking to someone that is in the fashion space. You don't want to talk to that person about something unrelated to fashion. No. For me, if I meet somebody who is in the fashion space and then they are interested in sustainability in the fashion industry, I would not introduce myself as what I introduced myself before. I would want to align, and I'm not lying, right? I'm just going to say, oh, hi, my name is Ayomide Adekola, and in the past 2 years, I've been experimenting about fabric. I've been experimenting on fabric reuse. In fact, the project I did with my students in Junior Achievements Nigeria, I volunteered with them in Ibadan, and was around, recycling fabric scraps. We basically went to different tailor shops, collected their scraps, and then we sewed it together. We were able to make a pouch on it, and we got the first position in the competition, in the state competition that featured 16 schools. That is AYO. But I've introduced myself to a fashion person in another way. So you don't restrict yourself. That is why you want to be what's it called now? Whenever you meet yourself, you want to say, okay, as I'm going here, what do I want to go and do? Okay, I want to network with people. Who are the people that are going to be here majorly? Who are the major, people that are going to be here? If it's agriculture, I'm going to come out. I'm going to tell you that, oh, my name is Ayomide Adekola. I'm in the 400 level department of, Faculty of Agriculture. I currently serve as the vice president for the Nigerian Association of Agricultural Students, and I'm basically interested in helping students to access more opportunities, especially in the agro space. I've been able to work with one or two persons, Stella Shikemi Arowolo, and some other persons to bring out their ideas. And I feel like if young people have more access to opportunities that exist in agriculture, they would be more attracted to agriculture. And I love what you do actually, and I see that there is a prospect of partnership. Now, I've introduced myself in three different ways to three different persons. I did not tell the person introducing myself to as a project manager. I did not tell the person that I'm a student in the Faculty of Agriculture because it is not relevant except they ask. I did not introduce myself to the person who's a fashion designer as an agriculturist because it is not relevant to them. I did not introduce myself as a development enthusiast to somebody in agriculture because it is not relevant information at that point because I have just 2 minutes max. In fact, the first 30 seconds has to make sense. If the first 30 seconds does not make sense, you are out. The person's mind is already blocked. So you want to search on what is elevator pitch. You want to be able to see that shyness that is in you. Start practicing. Go to the front of the mirror. Meet random people. Just start see. I'm just saying this. This is what I did. Like this is what I did. I'll just meet this. Oh, hi. I've not seen your face before. Are you a member of this class? So no, I'm not a member of this class. Oh, okay, okay. How come you're in this class? I mean, how come we are still in the same class together and you're not a member of my class? And then the person will introduce themselves. Oh, I'm a student of geology and all that and all that. I had to come and take a course here as one of my electives. And oh, okay, okay. How far have you been? Have you been enjoying our class so far? Hope our lecturers have not been harsh on you guys. Blah blah blah. Conversation. So it is not easy, especially if you are a shy person. But understand that shyness only exists in your mind. And if the only reason, I would say it, I think I mentioned it in my testament of growth, that if the only reason you are not doing something is because you are shy, brother, sister, in fact, put that shyness in your choke it, like put it back in and go. See, do it afraid. What the worst that can happen is that you are going to shake. Your voice is going to shake. That is the worst that's going to happen. The person is not going to beat you up. Make sure you have practiced already what you're going to say and make sure that what you are saying is the truth. That is why you need to also develop yourself so that when they start asking questions, you are not doing actually kinika kinika. No, you're not doing that. You're not doing that in any way. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. So if I'm talking to somebody who is interested in fashion, sustainability in the fashion industry, I am going to tell the person different ways you could use fabric waste. Yes, that is a conversation I am going to be eager to start with the person. So you want to know what is relevant to you, and then you want to pursue it. You want to know more about that thing, so that by the time you start talking, you're not talking as somebody who is basically lying. You want to also develop experience. So let's say your interest is in catering, for example. If you talk to me now in catering now, I'm basically just going to be, laughing with you. I'm majorly going to be a little bit clueless about most of the things you're saying. But then if you are making sense, why not? So try as much as possible. Events that yeah, you should be attending, people you are connecting with should be people that you need. And then you are prepared ahead. It's not when you get there. Check for the list of speakers. Check for the list of speakers. It even reflects the kind of people that will be attracted to that event. If it's a virtual event, it's a physical event, check the list of the speakers and then attend that event with the mindset of, okay, this is this speaker. Okay, these are the kind of people that are most likely going to be attracted to this speaker. Okay, this is the kind of event that these people are planning. They're talking about crypto. You're attending an event about crypto. obviously, if you are going to a crypto event, you're not going to be going there prepared to talk about your fish pond. You want to tell them, in fact, if I go to a blockchain, in fact, I'm very much interested in going to a blockchain event right now. Before I used to be like, please, it's none of my business. But now I know a little bit about blockchain and I'm interested in attending a blockchain event because I know what I'm going to talk when I get there if I want to introduce myself to anybody. So prepare, be prepared at any point. Like, be able to dispense grace. 2 minutes is what you have max. Max. And I'm saying that the first 30 seconds is very relevant. Don't spew nonsense. Be prepared. Stay in front of a mirror. Practice, rehearse, and everything. Most importantly, you're building your own self, your knowledge, your skills, your abilities. You're working on them. Your attitude, you're working. Yes, your attitude, very important. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Thank you. That's my answer. And I hope it answers your question.
Thank you very much, ma. So sorry, I've been
Yes.
disconnected from my numbers. I mean, so I'm using my sister's phone. It's Praise Ajayi. So, but I've been disconnected. I don't know why. I can't get back in.
All right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I
Thank
was
you so much,
expecting
ma.
questions around niche, finding your niche. I mean, expect questions around that, but it seems like nobody has questions. That's amazing. All right. You were saying something, Praise.
Yeah. No, that's it. That's all.
All right.
So no questions. I just want to finalize before we close.
There are questions, oh.
Yeah. Where?
All right. I have a question for you, and it's one of the key things that I see that affects young people coming up, and that's the question on your ability to identify your niche, finding your place of interest. Now, I think I found many people that call themselves content writer and ask them, what aspect of content do you base? They like to look like me as in, I don't understand. So people claim different meaning, but they don't even know the deep or deeper meaning to them. So the thing is, how can one find the rich niche? Two, how can one curate a niche? Finding and creating is two different things. You might need to go out or find, I don't know how you want to do it, but you might need to curate. Then three, how can you use your how can you create opportunity for yourself from where you are, and that will stand out in a global reach.
Okay. Is that all? Finding your niche,
For now.
creating opportunities for yourself on a global scale, right? Okay.
Yes, finding
All right.
and
So
creating. Yes.
identifying. All right. All right. Thank you very much for that question. And sincerely, I was actually expecting questions around that area. I was expecting questions around that area, and it's just amazing that people are not asking really. The question of identity, the question of what do I really, really want to stand for? What do I want people to know me for? So, content writer. Personally, I would not call myself a content writer. I would not write it on LinkedIn. I'm a content writer. Why? Because content writing is a big deal and it's not something that I really, 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 really. I mean, it's. I do content writing almost every day. I write content, but I would not call myself a content writer. Why? Because it's not what is bringing money to the table. One, two, it's not what I wake up to do. It's not what I wake up to do every day, and I'm super, super excited. I only do it out of necessity because it is necessary. If it is not necessary, I would rather not write for real. Now, aside that, when it comes to finding your niche, number one, it takes time. It takes a lot of time for you to know, and it takes a lot of observation, self-reflection, and getting to write things down. There is this finding your niche also boils down to the question of purpose, of why, right? And the way I'll answer this question is look around you. what are the things that attracts you, that grasp your attention so much that every other thing just blocks out automatically? What are the things that makes you annoyed? For me, it's the aspect of young people lacking knowledge. It annoys me when I see somebody, accessing an opportunity that could have been an opportunity of a lifetime and blowing it up because they could not do research, simple Google search or simple search on YouTube. It's something that infuriates me. It annoys me when I see people who are, at the end of your life, at the end of, sorry, not at the end of your life, at the end of school, you cannot point out to something you're doing. I don't like being somewhere and I'm not getting it. I'm not finding something to do around there. So you want to analyze what are the things that really, really, really attract me? What are the things that attract my attention? What are the things that I'm interested in? Write them down. Now, which of them do you want to pursue as a career? There's a difference between content writing as part of your job description and content writing as what you do for a living. It's very, very different. So if you're writing content, so if I see you write content writer, I believe that that is what you do for a living. But if that is not what you do for a living, if it's just a means to an end, then that is not a niche that you should be promoting majorly. Except maybe, oh, I do technical writing, okay, I do research writing, okay, I'd write in the
Hello, ma, I
finance
can't hear you, ma.
aspect. Can you hear me now? Hello? Can anybody hear me, please? Can anybody hear me, please? Hello? Wow. Oh, you can. Okay, thank you very much for that. So, as I
I
was
can't hear
saying,
you. You are breaking.
I'm breaking. Okay.
Yes,
Hello?
I can hear you.
I
Am I
can't
still
hear you.
breaking?
Yes. You are breaking. Can you hear
Can
me?
you? Am I still breaking?
I can't.
I hope not.
Yes, ma. You are still breaking, ma. Maybe you should
Wow.
turn off your data and join again.
But I can
Am I
hear
still breaking
clearly
like
from
that?
my side. I can hear you clearly from my side. I think it's your network. I
Exactly.
can hear you clearly.
My network here is top notch. Thank you very much. All right. So as I was saying,
I can hear you
um,
perfectly well.
all right. Thank you very much for that feedback. So as I was saying, you want to list out everything, and when I
It
say
was
list out,
breaking before. It's better now.
thank you, ma. When I say list out now, I mean don't be lazy. Don't be lazy. Write these things out. You're interested in fashion. You're interested in food, in agriculture. You're interested in transportation, logistics. You're interested in children. You're interested in youth. You're interested in this. You're interested in that. Fine, amazing. They are your interests. Now, is there any connection between all these things that you are interested in? Can you connect any one of them together? When you say, oh, I'm interested in children, what aspect of children are you interested in? Can you connect your interest in children with fashion? Maybe you'll be making clothes for children. Can you connect your interest for youth with your interest in education? Maybe you'll be teaching them something. Can you connect your interest in logistics or transportation with agriculture? So look for connections between all your interests. Connections usually exist. For me, I would say, okay, I'm interested in project management. I'm interested in data analysis. I'm interested in a little bit of design. I'm also interested in content writing. Yeah, I'm interested in research. And I'm also interested in what else again? Agriculture, fashion. What else again? Food, books. That's all. I mean, that's a lot, right? Now, because I'm interested in books doesn't mean I want to be an author. It means I want to read and I want to help people that are writing to analyze their book. That's the style. That's what I do majorly. If I have time, some people send me their books, some people send me their drafts. I read it and I tell them, oh, this. I've been reading for many years now. So I know what a good fiction looks like. I know what a good non-fiction looks like to some extent. Now, look for connections amongst all your interests. Then when you see those connections, you now look at which ones do I have the resources for currently. resources in terms of time, resources in terms of money, resources in terms of tools, resources in terms of knowledge. So you don't want to say you are interested in fashion and you are promoting yourself as somebody that is interested in fashion and you cannot press the machine or you cannot put thread in a needle. That is a joke, right? So whatever it is you are interested in, you want to see which ones do I have the resources for right now, and which ones do I really, 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 really want to pursue. For me now, I'm interested in content writing, but you cannot tell me that, hey, why I have a content writing job for you. I'm going to ask you how much is it first. If I say that the money is not worth the stress, I'm not going to take it. But if I say that, oh, it's worth the stress, oh, come and bring it now. Maybe it's how many days I'll spend on it and I'll submit it and I'm disappearing. Like I'm not doing it again. Now, what am I saying? You might love to do something, but it might not be something that writing comes easily for me, right? But I don't like writing, write, like I would rather sit down and think and then maybe ideas in my head and then I write them down. But for me to not be doing research, writing and all that, it bores me. That's all basically. So you want to see the connections and you want to see connections and you also want to see which ones you have the most resources in for. And part of your resources is also your energy, your drive. Then you also want to see why do I want to go for this one? I mean, what reasons do I have if I want to pursue this line? So, for example, now I've seen in project management, I've seen connections with data analysis, I've seen connections with writing, I've seen connections with what's it called now? English research. Yes, I've seen connections with research. So I see connections, I see all these four things connecting together. Then what exactly do I want to do using these four things that I have together, that I want to put together as one? Then when you now decide on, okay, this is the thing I want to do. And that is what you're promoting as your personal brand. I do a lot of, there's a lot of ideas that come into my head. But most of those ideas, out of 100, 98% of those ideas are around helping young people become better. So I don't promote myself majorly as a project manager. I promote myself majorly as a youth development enthusiast. As a youth, and the goal is that by the time I graduate, by the time I get some certifications that I'm still looking forward to getting, that enthusiast is going to change to youth development expert. That is the goal. This is me exposing myself right now, right here. That is the goal. So now in youth development, there's a lot to youth development. There's project management in youth development. There's writing in youth development. There's research in youth development. There is, public speaking in youth development. There is a lot to youth development. There's teaching in youth development. So you now want to look for the umbrella that carries, all these things, and then key into it as your as your niche. I think when I was struggling with niche, I was struggling because agriculture also was part of the things I was interested in. And now? Fashion was one thing I was also interested in, and then I was also interested in youth development. So when I was talking to somebody, the person was like, "Okay, what exactly do you want to do in agriculture?" I think for me, basically, is the money that is interesting to me in agriculture. Let me know, like, is the money and the ideas, the possibilities. So agriculture is not something that I want to do as a full-time job. No, sorry. I have plans. It's part of my dreams that in fact, it's not part of dreams. My husband must like agriculture. Is either an agriculturist or he loves agriculture so much that he does something related to it. But that is not what I want to do as a job. So there's no need for me to promote myself. There was a time I used to promote myself as an agriculturist, but for now, there's no need for me to promote myself as an agriculturist because that is not what I want to plug myself in completely into. There is no need for me to promote myself as a content writer because I don't want to be known as a content writer. I don't want to be known as like the first thing that comes to people's head. I don't want it to be agric. I want it to be youth development or project management. The first thing that comes to people's head when they think about you is what will now help you. Now, I remember I said I have interest in agriculture, but when you think deeply, you will now see that okay, the level of interest that I have in agriculture actually is not enough for me to call myself an agriculturist. People like Samuel now, Oyederan Samuel, will call himself an agriculturist with his full chest because he has he has knowledge, he has experience, he has connections, he has projects, he has everything. That is him. Priscilla Williams will call herself an agriculturist, a soilless farmer, because she has the knowledge. She did training, and she did training in I think late 2020. She did all those things. I did not do that. I did training in agriculture, but the only thing I got from that training was basically just vibes on vibes. I'm not. I'm not. I mean, I used to tell damn right that agriculture is my own side also. Agriculture is not my main business. But then, I'm interested in agriculture, right? But the interest is not so much that I want to promote myself as an agriculturist. I'm interested in content writing, but the interest is not so much that I want to project myself as a content writer. I'm interested in fashion, but the interest is not so much that I want to present myself as a fashion designer or fashion enthusiast. The only thing I want to do basically in fashion is just the sustainability part, basically. And I'm not even exploring it right now because I don't have enough resources. Resources in terms of time, energy, and everything right now. But it's something I'm looking forward to exploring. So that is just it basically. You want to look at your resources, connections, and bring all these things together. What do you have skills? Your resources, your skills are also part of your resources. Your knowledge, people around you, also part of resources. Time, money, how much will it cost you? All these things are part of your resources. You want to consider all of these things and then have a purpose for going into it before you delve into it. So whatever it is, if you're interested in a million things, it's okay. But you also want to streamline it and find a connection and find one thing that will be the main chick, the wife or the husband, and then the rest will not be like side chicks that people do not really know, but maybe it's bringing you money little by little. What other question? Positioning yourself for global relevance. Truth is, if you want to position yourself for global relevance, one of the things you need to look into is the sustainable development goals, because that is like the thing that is in the eyes of everybody right now, especially globally. That is one thing that connects everybody universally. You want to look into the sustainable development goals. You want to get knowledge. So go Google. I'm not going to tell you what the sustainable development goals are. Go to Google. What are the sustainable development goals? Read on it, and then look for one thing that you want to pick out, or two sustainable development goals that you want to pursue. For example, those in agriculture want to pursue.
Samira, can you hear me? I think she's done.
Yes, me.
Okay,
I
I
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you now. Sorry, I couldn't hear you first.
Okay. So, for example, if you're in agriculture, you might want to pursue no zero hunger, and then maybe good health. If you are in the what's it called now? If you are in fashion line, for example, you might want to pursue decent job, or maybe you want to pursue responsible consumption. Yes, responsible consumption, climate action. That is, if you are pursuing climate action, it means that you are also considering sustainability in the fashion that you are doing. So it means that as a tailor, you're not just sorry, as a fashion designer, you're not just going to be disposing your waste anyhow. You're looking at how to reuse, how to upcycle, how to recycle, and all that stuff. So there's just a lot you can cling into. Just want to do your research and then pick it. So sustainable development goals, search for international opportunities, search for local opportunities and international opportunities, because it is the local that brings you to the international. At the same time, you want to search opportunities. We have some websites, opportunities for youth opportunities, opportunities for Africans. Which other ones again? Um, Opportunity desk. Yes, opportunity desk. So if I go to Google, search opportunities for youth, you will see a lot of websites. And then you want to apply into those, want to apply for those opportunities. It could be grants, it could be fellowships, it could be programs, it could be what else again? Competitions. And before you go for anything, please do your research. Don't make the mistake of stepping or writing anything or doing anything without doing your basic research. Don't try it. It does not make sense. It, it is stressful. Don't do that, please. Do your research, read, pay attention to details before you apply for those opportunities. It gives you an edge, right? and then you want to also apply to an opportunity that you have more strength in. So Google is your friend, basically. Opportunities for youth, opportunities for African youth. Google to give you answers. I'm very, very sure that you give you answers. So I think I've answered the two questions together. Then I think I saw a question. Praise Ajay, are you still here? I think I saw a question on somebody sent a WhatsApp DM to me. Let me see if there's any question in the chat before I go to the WhatsApp DM. 500 was $5. Share your wine. Okay, yes. First on me Ololade, she sent me a message and then she was like, please, I have a
Network is a
question.
bit bad. I think because of where I am now. So my network is a bit
Okay.
bad.
Can everybody hear me, please? I'm reading out a question I saw on WhatsApp.
Are there any other questions, please?
Yes. There's one on WhatsApp. Okay,
WhatsApp.
so
Let me check.
yes. No, it's my DM. That sent me. Very, 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 very interesting. That sent me a DM. So let me post it here. And then the question is basically for some of us who wish to develop ourselves, but the environment and our profile, but the environment is not encouraging, what do we do? Because like my school presently, they don't support forming groups that can help others. Oh, okay, yes, now, yes, that's true. How will you be giving me 5,000 words for $5? Let me Google it. Before I even write 100 words, I spent $45. God forbid bad thing. So because my school presently, they don't support forming a small group that can help others. In fact, they can expel you if you are found out. Great, you have the opportunity of, see, I don't know, you have the opportunity of books, videos, podcasts, internet, online. See, online is, see, if you know that your physical space does not support you, go online. Go online. YouTube is your friend. Go search leadership. If you search for leadership on this thing, see, I think the last time I was talking, when we were talking about relationships and all that, I mentioned Miles Muro, I mentioned Bishop R.C. Blakes, and two other persons. You know that your physical environment does not support you. For me now, for the past, I think the last time I went for an event was in April 9. The last time I went for a corporate event was in April 9. Now, but since then, have I not been attending events? Have I not been watching videos? Of course I have. So you want to leverage on books, you want to leverage on, videos, whatever it is. For example, now, if you're interested in maybe marketing, concepts of marketing, and more of how to create problem solving, you want to, attach yourself to people like Seth Godin. That's somebody that I would recommend because I have been consuming his content a lot. You are interested in purpose. You want to know more about your purpose. You want to know more about your potentials. You don't have money to buy books. Get money for data. It's not gonna kill you. Those are one of the sacrifices you make. You want to go to YouTube, search for Dr. Miles Munro. Who else again? Brian Tracy. We have Stephen R. Covey. We have John Maxwell. I'm sure that you will see, in fact, TEDx videos also, you will see a lot, millions of opportunities online. You want to read articles online, right? And at the same time, you also want to be thinking because you don't want to be somebody that just consumes and not, what's it called? Reflects. So consume, reflect, and take action. That's it. Like you take it in, process it, and then you give it out in form of action. You give it out in form of maybe teaching other people, right? Because if you don't eat rice and when you now excrete rice the way your body processes it. So that's the way you also want to deal with information. You want to take courses. See, Coursera, whatever it is, Simply Learn. It's just a lot. Simply Learn. Which other one again? Do I know again? Um, Google also does some free courses and all that. You want to leverage on those things, right? Because for real, the truth is, nobody's going to listen to your excuses. Nobody is going to listen to your excuses because while you are giving that excuse, another person that is in similar situation is making progress at a very fast rate. So you want to see, maybe it's business. Can they support? Do they support business in your school? Start a business in your school. Start a business and use the opportunity to reach out to people. You don't need to form small groups. You don't need to form. You can even join an online community. In fact, it helps you a lot if you are joining some online community. But you want to know the kind of online communities that you are joining, so that you don't join the wrong ones that would do more harm than. Hello, please, are we together? Hello. Wow. Hello, guys, are we together?
Yes, ma'am. I hear you.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah. Please. Hope I posted the question. Hope the answer I gave answers the question in case the
Yeah.
person who asked. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. So I think that is all. I don't see any other question online, and I don't know if any other person has any question, so that I can call it a day. Do I have any other question, please? Don't be shy. Let's talk. Let's trash this out tonight, please. Tonight is like this is the last Warriors Meet session, and if except you join the White Up Global community or you join any of our events, or maybe you connect with anybody online, this might be the last. Except there's you make connections with any one of us. This might just be like a farewell service, except on Sunday. Sha. Ask questions. This is what we are for, to answer your questions. Hmm? Thank you very much, guys. I believe Praise Ajayi is back, and she can take over the meeting. Thank you. Praise, are you here? Praise Ajayi, are you here?
I just joined back. The network is so bad.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm done actually. I'm done answering all the questions that I see. I'm done answering all the questions. No other questions. I don't see any other questions. I'm done. Thank you very much for having me, guys. Thank you so much for
Thank you so much, ma'am.
invitation.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for that impactful session. Really appreciate it. So I believe there are no questions. This is the last Warriors Meet for Rule 4.0, and I'm really excited. Forget my voice. I'm really excited or sad. I don't even know how to feel. Like you guys are graduating now, people are leaving. Like it's like no work or like no work. That kind of thing. So, but like I'm really excited about the program and how the program went through. Even though there were some full stops, they're able to change that full stop to columns. Thank you, Mr. Ayomide, once again. Thank you, the executive director. I want to thank all speakers, Ajay Abiswe, Adrian Samuel, all speakers in general, Stella, that spoke. I'm Ajayi Samuel. Oh my god, I almost forgot. All speakers that spoke generally. I also want to thank clan leaders, clan overseers. You guys are the real MVP. You guys made my work so easy. Clan members, I celebrate you guys too, but then I hope you learned something from this session. I think the last minute, I think we'll still have, we have a meeting on Sunday. That is graduation ceremony. And I think that will be the last meeting for Rule 4.0. I'm going to try and pick up questions that we can discuss before the meeting starts, because we've had a nice discussion and my problem is by the time we leave, by the time close to the end, like around like 8:30, people are already leaving. And that's what I'm always trying to avoid. That's why we try to start early. As early as 9:10 or every 7:10, we're already starting with our speaker. But people still happen to leave because we started with 22 members and I'm 16
Sorry guys, I believe the video will be available on Facebook, so you can watch it later. I think network has booted praise out. So thank you very much for the nice session. God bless you. See you tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. presentation. Come prepared, come with your clan members. I'm looking forward to hearing the amazing things you guys did during the course of this Warriors Impact Challenge. God bless you. Good night.
All right, so before you guys go, I must give you guys thumb up for all the amazing work you guys are doing on your platform. It has been a live work. Sincerely, kudos to all clan leaders and all members of the clan. I was following you guys back to back. All right, so tomorrow I'll be expecting to see your presentation. Please work on presentation. Let's see your slide. Let's see the pictures of your work, and let's see the story, the reason behind the activity you take or you took part in, and let's see how your story can inspire more people to start something from their immediate environment. Like I always told you, or always inform you, is that whatever you want to do, don't complain about what you don't have. What are you doing with what you have? And on Sunday, wow, amazing. It will be a graduation ceremony for every one of you that made it to the final lap. But remember, one of the criteria for that is your video posting, and your video posting, your reports, your social media engagement by tagging White Up Global and everyone you want to tag. Ensure you follow all the speakers, connect with yourself. And on Sunday, be ready to welcome our guest visitor from different country to come and thump you up on the next action as you fully launch into the global space. Ladies and gentlemen, I wait to celebrating you powerfully on Sunday. Who is going to become the clown, the overall clown of the week? Watch out. Who is going to win the best presentation award? Let's see who is going to be the best team. Let's watch out. And overall, who is going to be the legend of White Up Global Rule 4.0. Come around, invite your friends. It's going to be an open link to everybody within and outside to come and see how amazing it is that you're graduating as the White Up Global Rule 4.0. You don't want to miss it? Believe me, it's going to be late. Confirm me. So see you guys tomorrow and see you guys on Sunday. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a powerful super pack. Thank you very much, guys. Over to you, Francisca Edobar.
Sorry, I got cut off. This is Praise Ajayi. I'm back. Got cut off again. Network is so bad. I don't get why. So thank you very much, Ogawa Talk, Ogadami. I'm so sorry about the network again. I'll try and fix it. I don't know. Maybe it's my phone. Or I think I keep connecting to a particular Wi-Fi that does not have internet. So thank you very much. If that's all the information that's supposed to be passed, I think we can close this meeting in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. If there are any other comments, any other question, clan leaders, you can message us or something. We'll let you know if there's any more information or anything. I'm awaiting you guys' project. I've not seen anybody's project. Okay, I saw one. I think it's Frontiers, that the person went to his school. So like I'm really enjoying it. Like, I want to see more of your projects. Please, 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 please. Thank you. So we can leave now, or you can just leave.